guys, this is Jessiehealz, and here are a ton of brand new mounts that are coming in patch 9.1. First up, we have a little bat, the Harvester's Deadwing. The source information for this one is not yet visible, but I get the feeling it might be a Covenant one. Next up, we have the Morson Charger's Reins. This mount is from an achievement in Torghast, Tower of the Damned, and it looks a little bit like the mounts that WoW had made for the April Fools. But I'm not 100% sure on that, I might be mistaken. It does look a bit like the same model, so let me know if I'm right about that in the comments. Next up, we have a really cool mount. The Hand of, I'm gonna say this wrong, Herestimarak? Herestimarak. And this one comes from Glory of the Sanctum Raider, which is in the new raid in 9.1. A very, very cool hand. And I'm just gonna say, if this was, if they made this the drop from the Mythic boss, then I would go back into raiding. But unfortunately it's not, and you can get a few of them from other places, but we'll get to them later. Next, we have the Battle-Hardened Equilan, and this one, we're not really sure where it's from yet either, but it looks like it might be something to do with the Kyrians. I know that the Kyrian get a lot of this model in a different skin from their Covenant as well, but this might end up being one that everyone can get. Not quite sure yet. Next, we have the Tazavesh Gear Glider. This one has an unknown source as well, but, well, it's one of them little mage discs. Looks pretty cool, and there's quite a lot of them in this patch as well. Ooh, look at this one. Harnessed Lord of the Corpse Flies. Pretty gross. Yep, a big old fly. This one doesn't have much information on the source either, but there are a couple of other skins for it, which we'll get to later. Next, we have the Soaring Razorwing, and this one is from a vendor, Duchess Minx, in Corfia, and it cost 7,500 Stiga. So if you have bad luck on your vault every week, at least you can use your Stiga to buy one of these freaky looking alien bats, or whatever they are. Now we have a very strange one, Tamed Mauler. This one looks so messed up. First I thought it was like a kangaroo with a baby poking out of its pouch. Then I realized it was like the mouth, but it doesn't have a hole where its mouth's supposed to be, which is weird. Like it doesn't have a throat. And them holes on its legs look very questionable for its stability. It kind of reminds me of that guy from Pan's Labyrinth with creepy eyes, while his eyes are in his hands. A very weird mount, that one. Next, we have the Beryl Shorthide. I'm not quite sure if I pronounced that right, but this one is a drop from Death's Advanced Supplies. So yeah, that's a World Quest one from the Emissary Quest thingy-majiggers from the zone Corfia. Next, we have the PvP mount. This one is from Shadowlands Season 2, and capping out your conquest points for the season. So it will replace the spider. As you can see, there is one for Horde, and a blue one for Alliance. Hello, and we have our first mythic boss mount of the expansion. This beautiful beast is Vengeance's Reigns, and it's dropped by Lady Sylvanas Windrunner in the Sanctum of Dominance on Mythic mode. Very nice. So this will be 100% drop rate. Hopefully 2 will drop, but it might just be 1. And in the next expansion, it will probably be a 1% drop rate. And it does look pretty cool. Oh, hello! We've got another one of these beautiful hands. And this one drops from Tormentors of Torghast in the Maw. So probably a little bit easier to get this one. But I'm guessing that rare won't always be up. So he'll be one to look out for. Or they will, I should say. Tormentors of Torghast. Probably some kind of council rare. Next, we have the Wild Hunt Leg Splitter. Just another one of these ugly, woodlice. And this one drops from the War Chest of the Wild Hunt in the Maw, which is a bit weird. I don't recall them being in the Maw, but guess that comes in 9.1. Next, we have the Undying Darkhound's Harness. And this one is from the War Chest of the Undying Army, also in the Maw. Oh, another Gladiator mount. This is the Shadowlands Season 2 Gladiator mount. Looks very similar to the first one, but it's probably got a few colour differences. Unfortunately, I never got the first Gladiator mount, so I'm not really sure what the difference is, but I'm sure there's some subtle differences in there. Next, we have the Cartel Masters Gear Glider, and the source information for this one is also currently unknown, but it's another spinny disc. And the Silver Gear Glider as well. No idea where either of them are from yet. Moving on, we have a Night Fae mount, the Ardenweald Wilderling Harness. Yeah, Night Fae, get it. Not quite sure how, but he looks pretty cool. And there's a lot of different skins for it as well. Here we have the autumn one. And we have a winter one and a summer one as well. The winter one is my favourite, because it reminds me of that big doggy from the Neverending Story. I think he's called Falkor.
So good.
And we also have a spring one. Next, we have some really cool ones. The Obsidian Gravewing. This one looks like it's going to be a Venfair mount, but it's not listed as that, so hopefully it's one that we can all get. However, it's probably Venfair only. We'll just have to wait and see. It does have a very cool skin, that one, though. And this one is definitely for Venfair only. It's the Sinfall Gravewing and the Pale Gravewing. I think the Pale Gravewing comes from the Maw, but I'm not sure yet. Moving on to the Kyrian Covenant mounts, there is the Elsian Equilan and the Foreskin Equilan. Oh, my mistake. The Forsworn Equilan. also the Ascendant's Equilan. Just to warn you, this next one should probably come with an epilepsy warning, so please be careful if you have epilepsy. This is the Maldraxian Corpse Fly. This is gonna give a lot of people fits, I think. It's from the Necrolord Covenant in Maldraxxus. And the one on the right is the Regal Corpse Fly. And finally, we have the Battlefield Swarmer's Harness. This one isn't listed as Necrolord, but it probably is. We'll have to wait and see. Next, we have another one of these beautiful horsies, the Fallen Charger's Reins. And this one is a drop from the Fallen Charger in the Maw, so probably just a rare drop. Pretty nice. I like that there's a lot of cool ones in the Maw. It's going to be kind of like Timeless Isles, farming golem mounts and stuff. And we have another hand here, also from the Maw. This one doesn't have a source listed, just that it's from the Maw. The Hand of Nilganimat, or something like that. And on the right, we have the Hand of Salarangar. The Hand of Salarangar is from an achievement, which is in the Maw. Well, it's in Corfia and the Maw, so maybe a big achievement. And I know what you're thinking, they both look exactly the same, but I think one of them might be a slightly different shade of yellow. Aw, look at this guy, the cute little Bearboy. This is the Crimson Shorthide and Darkmaul. The source information for these is not yet known, but if you want to know what it feels like to ride a druid tank, now you can, and he looks really cute as well. Next, we have some more of these weird alien creatures, the Garnet Razorwing and the Dusklight Razorwing. Both of them have unknown sources so far. They kind of remind me of the aliens from Rick and Morty. Their faces do anyway. Very creepy but cool. Oh, it's another unicorn. Another handsome unicorn. Just look at that beautiful hairstyle. This is the Reins of the Wanderer. Source information is currently unknown. Another one of these aliens, and this one is a drop from Death's Advanced Supplies in the zone Corfia. And now we have some more of these horsies. First, the Soulbound Gloomcharger's Reins, which is dropped by Benari's Scavenged Supplies in the Maw. Sounds like a loot box of some sort. And the Sanctum Gloomcharger's Reins, which is dropped by the 9 in the Sanctum of Dominance. Sounds like one of the bosses. Next, we have another one of these flying discs. This one's called Pilfered Gear Glider. So maybe it's got something to do with rogues or stealing. Something like that anyway. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Oh, it's another one of these Bearboys. And you can buy this one from the Maw. Or Stiga. He's called the Amber Shorthide. And he's sold by the vendor Duchess Minx in Corfia for 5,000 Stiga. And now we have our final one, the Illdari Doomhawk. And this one is pretty strange, because it's listed as Legacy, but it's a drop from Doomwalker in the zone Tannerus. which is very weird. I think it might have been an old mount that was made unobtainable, and that's why its source is listed as legacy, but now it's obtainable again, and it's dropped by Doomwalker in Teneris. Something like that. It's a little bit weird, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But it's interesting, I definitely don't remember seeing this boy before. Thanks for watching. Please click like if you enjoyed. Have a nice day, and bye!